Hey movie lovers, I'm Tom Santilli, film critic and lifelong movie fanatic. I'm here to invite you to experience the magic of movies. Each month, we'll showcase a film that celebrates the magic of movie making itself. These are movies about movies. Plus, I'll have lots of prizes and giveaways to make the night even more exciting. All this for just $5. So if you love movies as much as I do, come be a part of the magic of movies, only at MJR. Next up in the Magic of Movies series is Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie. The screening is Wednesday, April 2nd at the MJR Troy, and will start at 7 p.m. Tickets are now available on the MJR website and or on the MJR mobile app.
Walt Disney's Snow White is something that is timeless. These songs, they are in our bones, and so you want to honor that.
And so in assembling a team, we went for the best songwriters, Justin Paul and Benj Pasek.
We're just the biggest fans of all of the Disney animated movies. It's the reason why we even got into musical theater.
We are Disney Animation Renaissance kids, so it felt very thrilling and humbling to get the chance to write some new songs for the one that started it all.
Good Things Grow is a gigantic chorus of people singing together. It is a declaration of happiness and joy to bring us into the movie.
From the mountains high to the deepest mines, we reap what we sow where the good things grow is such a beautiful Disney way of looking at the world.
Don't you love a villain?
I really do. That's the thing.
Secretly, as a writer, I think you're sort of like thrilled when you get to write a villain song.
All is fair when you wear the crown.
That phrase,
Who's the fairest of them all?
fairest of them all,
Yeah.
she sort of has her statement of what is fair when you're the queen.
You define fair.
All is fair.
I think that Pasek and Paul did a remarkable job. And to get to do something different than I've never done before, it was a revelation for me, and I really, really enjoyed it.
A hand meets a hand, like it found where to land.
A hand meets a hand. It's a beautiful song. Also co-written by the lovely Lizzie McAlpine.
Yes, getting to bring her into this process and work with her on a song was so fun.
So I start to let go.
It's such an incredible song. It's stunning, like the fireflies. It's a magical Disney moment.
Waiting on a wish beneath 1,000 treetops.
Waiting on a Wish.
It's like the classic Disney I Want song.
I can hear the echo.
I think what makes those songs soar is they can be filled with big emotion, and there's a big orchestra behind it because they can dream of a life that's bigger than their circumstances.
The other thing, too, you give it this beautiful blend. You know, it's the princess voice of our dreams.
I'm very blessed that I get to sing this.
We love you singing it so much.
Waiting on a wish.
Can you promise me I won't get, like, messed up?
Taliban can't touch this.
If you ever catch me in some sort of like dopey group therapy, you have permission to kill me.
So we're all here? Who wants to start?
My name is Merritt, deployed to Afghanistan in 2016.
Oh, okay. Aren't we better than this? Than this woe is me? Ouchie, my feelings. Let's get out of here. Be quiet.
Merritt? Everything okay?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Grandpa, I've been dealing with some things.
That's what a soldier does. You suck it up.
First platoon said there's a sniper out there.
You think I'm scared?
Where are you going? Zoe.
This isn't giving anything away. Your best friend Zoe, who has passed, but is still a part of your life. Your mom is there. getting on you like you're 8 years old.
Right.
And then grandfather with Alzheimer's, and being a caregiver to my mom who had Alzheimer's, I understand what was going on. I'm shocked they didn't have your character drinking more in this movie.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to carry. A lot of pain, a lot of trauma, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot to carry. Our director, Kyle Houseman Stokes, wrote this film about his own life along with AJ Bermudez, and he opened his heart to the world, and he said, I want to share my story so that I can pay homage to the battle buddies that I've lost, and I hope that it saves lives.
Natalie, I mean, we already know what's up with your character. It's in the title.
Yes.
That's right.
But yeah, she is there to, at times give advice.
I think it's a safety blanket that it has thorns in it, I think it's, or maybe it's leaded, right? And it's not
Articulate.
it's not a good situation for her to keep her around in the way that she's been keeping her around. So that was interesting to play for me. Yeah.
It's a whole different thing, as you can probably know, taking care of somebody with Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go out there every 6 weeks to see her, and it was trippy, man, because I mean, you never knew what was going on, and appreciate you talking to us.
Yes.
Why would you re-enlist?
The world is not my oyster.
You think the world is my oyster? I'm a black woman in America.
With a lake house.
It's my grandparents' lake house. It is.
Oh, shut up.
Past 2 hours, you've been passing gas like a very sick infant.
Sorry, Lefty. I had a lot of coffee, okay?
Jesus Christ, Lonnie. And then you use my name? You just said my name. You catch our names by any chance?
Yep. He called you Lefty, and you called him Lonnie.
Well, I overreacted.
Okay.
Son, we gotta talk about Lefty. What did you do?
Stop it!
You killed his son.
They're gonna kill us.
What are you doing?
I get horny when I'm scared.
I'm married.
Who cares? It's just us and the wildlife.
This was a fun movie to watch because now it makes me think, no matter how bad it seems to be when your family gets together, nothing can be like you guys.
Yeah, no, we take family dysfunction to a different level in Riff Raff. In Riff Raff, yeah. Woo! This is when blended families go wrong.
There you go. There you go. It's kind of like you think you know the person or the people, and everybody's got now so many different layers in their backgrounds and everything that they do. You're just kind of going, what the heck?
Yes, and it keeps you on your toes because just when you think you have the movie figured out, you don't.
Yep.
And there's always some twist or turn, and it's life, like when they say life is what happens when you're busy making plans. That's what Riff Raff. That's what Riff Raff is.
And this movie has a lot of different things. It's got humor, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It does have action and suspense and a lot of, like, whodunit. So whatever you like, you're going to find in this film.
Yes, no, absolutely. I mean, the crime thriller elements, the dark comedy, the physical comedy elements, the family drama, it's got everything. You always wonder, are people going to get it the way I got it? And after Toronto Film Festival, when people, gave us the standing ovation and everyone was like, that was so good. That's the kind of movie you want to be a part of, where people leave feeling exhilarated and talking about it. And, so I'm so proud of this movie. I hope people enjoy it. And I hope people think, a little bit more about their family dynamics.
Wait for me before you two start hitting each other.
Get off of me.
Why?
I'm not gonna, Ruth.
What's a shame? We're gonna just put something that hard to waste. So run!
In Slavic mythology, the Kikimara is a spirit that exists in the shadows To those with darkness in their hearts, she can be vengeful. But to the innocent, she can be a protector. It's up to you to choose.
Welcome to the Continental. Checking in.
I'm looking for the tribe with this mark.
Needing to know is what got us banished from the Garden of Eden. Are you prepared to be cast out again, Eve?
Yes. I'd like to go hunting.
Will this be a large or small game hunt?
Large.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
Cool.
There's a declaration of war if she's not called off.
Perhaps I can send someone to solve the problem.
The Baba Yaga. Leave the wolf to its prey.
She sent you here to kill me?
Or you can leave.
I'm not leaving.
Your choice. This is your fate. And you cannot change it.
Rules.
And consequences.
Being the head of Continental is the only job I've ever wanted.
Yeah, I'm honored, obviously, to be one of the people that gets to choose, which movies get made and which ones don't. That's huge. And I got into all this because, I love movies, but now I have this fear that my job is to ruin them.
The job is a meat grinder.
Prestige films and box office hits, those are not mutually exclusive. We can do both and we will do both.
Matt, I get it. You want to make great art and make $1 billion doing it. Well, guess what? That never happens, and you're going to screw everything up trying to make it happen.
If it was up to me, we'd be focusing on making the next Rosemary's Baby or Annie Hall or some great film that wasn't directed by a pervert.
Turns out perverts make great movies.
They really do.
Well, I low, okay? There's zero margin for error on this shot.
Action, please.
Greta, yo, I actually want to talk to you about awards season. Just make sure to keep your winter clear. We have
Okay, Matt.
Cut! This job is just so much harder than I thought it was going to be.
Matt!
What up, Matt? Everyone wants something from me, and I can't give it to them.
If you guys are actually open to doing something different, I have a lot of ideas.
We love new ideas.
Just not too new, because we got a pretty tight formula that we got to hit.
I wouldn't say it's a formula so much as a structure that we 100% know works, so we're going to do it over and over again.
Fine is not good enough.
This is racist.
You want to bring down the studio?
Why didn't you shut this party down?
Why do you keep lying?
What is wrong with you?
The job makes you stressed and panicked and miserable. But when it all comes together and you make a good movie, it's good forever.
Well, you're gonna get us all fired.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Movie Show Plus and another segment of WTF. I'm here with the only critic, Nate Adams. Nate, thank you so much, man, for coming back on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm ready to be chastised some more for things I haven't seen.
Yeah, for people who do not know, the whole point of the segment is we pick a topic and then we kind of talk about movies that are maybe classic movies that we haven't yet seen, and our friend Nate Adams here is brave enough to put himself out there and admit to the world classic movies that he has yet seen. But the whole point is to get engaged. If you haven't seen any of these films either, perhaps maybe you should check them out. and we'll go from there. So I'm happy to say we mentioned it earlier in today's episode of Movie Show Plus, but we're going to be talking today about the one, the only Gene Hackman.
What a guy.
You're aware of Gene Hackman, right?
Yes, I know Gene Hackman. Yes.
So Gene Hackman, just for people that may not know, hard to believe, but Gene Hackman is 90 years old.
Woo.
He has not appeared on film since 2004 in a film called Welcome to Mooseport. So he's literally
Which I've seen. I have seen that one.
That wasn't on our list. That
With
doesn't
Ray
count.
Romano. Yes,
Doesn't
I
count.
have seen that.
And he's also one that this blew my mind too, but he's actually one of only 6 male actors who have ever won an Oscar for both Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor.
I didn't know that either.
One of 6 male actors. Yeah, so he's one of my favorites. He clearly too. He has like 100 film credits to his name, so we're clearly cherry picking here when we go through his filmography here in a minute. But what we're gonna do, we're going to, as we always do, I'm gonna name a film of Gene Hackman's, and Nate, just give us a simple yes or no if you've seen it or not. And at the end, we'll end up challenging you to watch one of his classic films. How about that?
All right, I'm up for the challenge. Hit me.
We'll start with the 2 movies that he was Oscar winner for. How about, let's start with The French Connection.
Yes, that was recently. I watched it just recently, so it still was in the quarantine catch-up. But yes, I have seen it. One of the best car chases I've seen ever captured on camera.
God. Yeah, what a great film. How about Unforgiven?
Just watched that too. That was also in the quarantine catch-up series. So I'm doing okay.
So you're just like skipping by here so
I'm
far.
just barely making it. Yes.
Bonnie and Clyde.
No, have not seen Bonnie and
Ouch.
Clyde.
I'm not expecting you to say yes to this one. Here's a personal favorite, and just me hopefully educating you on an awesome film. Have you ever heard or seen a movie called Scarecrow?
Absolutely not.
Check it out. Early Gene Hackman, and he co-stars with Al Pacino. And it's a buddy movie, and it's fabulous.
Scarecrow.
It's one of his underrated films.
You know, in the joint, I heard some tales, man. Oh, boy, howdy. I heard some tall tales. You're not playing with the full deck, man.
Have you seen Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor in the original Superman movies?
Hello there. Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor. Possibly you've heard the name, the greatest criminal mind on Earth.
I can't say I have. Nope, I have not.
That's a tough one. You gotta check him out in that.
Hey, okay, yep.
Another movie I'm gonna guess you're gonna say no, but this is a great Vietnam movie, Vietnam War movie, Uncommon Valor.
Nope, I don't think I've ever heard of it before today.
Mississippi Burning.
Yep.
How about The Birdcage?
No, Birdcage has escaped me over the years. Yeah.
How about Crimson Tide?
No Crimson Tide for me.
Fun fact about Crimson Tide: a young Quentin Tarantino was an uncredited script doctor on that film.
Why did I feel like I knew that, but I've never seen the movie?
Yeah, it's actually a really good movie. It's like a submarine movie.
Denzel Washington in it? Yeah, okay. Yes. See, I've heard of it. Right, never came. Yeah.
How about The Royal Tannenbaums?
No. I probably saw it when I don't remember it if I did, but I remember I came across it. But I'm gonna say it's a no.
You have a lot. You have a lot to catch up on, my friend.
I know. There's a lot of Gene Hackman.
And we'll end on one. How about Hoosiers?
No, never seen Hoosiers.
Fun fact on this movie, and I'll admit this too, Hoosiers was one of the movies that was on my WTF lists forever. I just recently saw it like about a year ago for the first time. My brother always was like, how are you a film critic and you haven't seen Hoosiers? So
I know.
So I challenge you though, Nate, go check out Hoosiers. Go check out any of those movies, honestly. And
I'm going to. I'm mad you didn't ask me about Ants though. I'm mad because I have seen Ants.
That's the one you'd seen. You were holding on to hope that
I was actually, I think I saw it. I was 4 when it came out. Yeah.
Makes me feel so old. Go check out Nate Adams on his website, theonlycritic.com. You can also follow him on social media at the.
You can also tweet insults at me for not seeing movies.
Yes,
like how have I not seen this? Please keep it coming. It keeps me motivated.
Even if you have seen the movies, just tweet insults.
Just
anyway
make me feel bad, okay?
We're all about bringing Nate down here. This is what we're all about here. No, but I really appreciate you coming on, Nate, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, we'll talk to you next time on WTF.
See you later.
I really enjoyed this series. I think it's because it almost like hits home.
Right, yeah, I had some advertising friends watch it and were like, "Did we get it right?" We're like, "Thumbs up."
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And also you and Lauren really seem to work well together on this show. I mean, it's these two people who are like, hey, we're going to do this. This is our place. We're going to take care of stuff.
Yeah, I love Lauren. I was really looking forward to meeting her and working with her. Obviously because she's just an icon and a legend. But we have a lot of mutual friends, but we never worked together. So again, like I said, I was very excited to meet her, and we got along really, really well right from the get-go, which was great. And I think that chemistry really shows on screen as well.
Hmm. Then also all the young people, who are involved. It's kind of funny. You kind of look at them and think, oh, geez, okay, calm down, kids.
No, it's funny because I remember having those, like generational conversations when I was their age.
Yes.
With my grandparents, uncles, aunts, and parents. They were always just like, back in my day. And now, I've become that person who's now constantly like telling the Gen Z, it's like, we never had internet when I was a kid.
Right.
We had to use encyclopedias,
Yeah, which that was always weird. Your parents would get them, and by the time they got them, all the stuff was already outdated, most of it.
Exactly.
But it's a great learning experience about how, we may be one age and another, but really we should all come together and work on project things.
I think that's what our show does really well, is that we obviously explore a lot of the generational conflicts and differences, but I think in the end that, we also show that we have a lot more in common than we do different, which is great.
I can only imagine, Lucy, that when you got the script, you probably read the whole thing in one sitting, because it definitely is a page turner. You want to know what's going to be going on and what's happening with the story.
It was so affecting, and I flew through all 4 scripts. I think I had to restart the first one, just was so taken by it and wasn't familiar with her story, unfortunately. So this was my first introduction to Ruth, and it was, an incredibly impactful one. And I thought the script has done such a beautiful job of portraying the kind of every side of her, the real contrasts of her, the light and dark. So it's a real privilege.
The real story happened about 70 years ago. And what's so amazing is just the way the cultures were back then, especially when it came down to the law and women.
Absolutely. And I think because the aesthetic is so different to our contemporary world, we think that it's so much more at a distance, but actually we're a very similar society. Unfortunately, in a lot of ways. But I hope, a series like this is therefore a reminder of that, to keep examining ourselves and our behavior and correcting.
Great performances by everyone, but I got to say the ones I particularly really like to see were the interaction with you and Toby Jones. I mean, that was just some of the most dramatic and moving things I'd seen.
He's an incredible actor. It's such a privilege to work with him, and this is the second time we've worked together, and I love any project with Toby Jones involved. He's such a good litmus test for quality. So when we're finding those moments in the scenes and doing the kind of dial turning of what needs to be offered to the audience more or what needs to be pulled back, it's just a joy to do it with someone like that who you really trust.
Hey movie lovers, I'm Tom Santilli, film critic and lifelong movie fanatic. I'm here to invite you to experience the magic of movies. Each month, we'll showcase a film that celebrates the magic of movie making itself. These are movies about movies. Plus, I'll have lots of prizes and giveaways to make the night even more exciting. All this for just $5. So if you love movies as much as I do, come be a part of the magic of movies, only at MJR. Next up in the Magic of Movies series is Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, and Margot Robbie. The screening is Wednesday, April 2nd at the MJR Troy, and will start at 7 p.m. Tickets are now available on the MJR website and or on the MJR mobile app.
Quentin really did make a love letter that's pretty special. This is his opus to Hollywood.
Here I am, flat on my ass, and who I got living next door to me? The director of Rosemary's Baby, that's